Hello, welcome to Caffeinated Nurse. If you're new here, my name is Faiza. I dedicated this channel to teach you more about nursing school. If there's anything you need to know, or if you're already in nursing school, I guide you on how to get through it without too much hassle. For my returning subscribers, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. On today's video, I'll be letting you know what to expect in nursing school. So this video will be appropriate for the first years, the second year, or you're thinking about joining nursing school. And I don't want to make this a long video, so let's just get into it. Before I begin, let me just talk about what I expected in nursing school when I joined. I did not know anything about nursing school. I had not done my research. I didn't know anyone who had done nursing before me, and so I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Since it's a 4-year course, I thought that we'll be having class like throughout the 4 years. I didn't know there was something called the clinicals or lab works or anything like that. I didn't know about that, and no one had prepared me for that. The other thing that I expected is having the Grownish experience. I know you've all watched that series, so you know what I mean. Unfortunately, or fortunately, that didn't happen. So in a nutshell, I just got into nursing school blindly, but you're lucky because I'm here. The first thing you should know about nursing school is that there's almost no time to do any other thing other than being in school. But that depends on an individual. In general, what I have seen people experience and what I've experienced, there's too much to be done. It's difficult keeping up with any other thing that is happening in your life. Nursing is a serious program. You'll find yourself, you're in class. If you're not in class, you're studying, and if you're not studying, you're actually doing an exam or even a CAT. The thing is, if you learn how to manage your time, you'll find this going easy for you. You'll actually have time to catch up with your friends, you'll have time to study, you'll have time to catch up with any school work that you might be having. When you learn to manage your time, you'll automatically have time to take a break, time to relax. The second thing that I experienced, or you should know about nursing school, is at times it can get lonely because, as I said earlier, it's very busy. You have very many things to catch up on. For example, if you don't have friends within the nursing school or within your class, you might find it difficult to hang out with them like most of the time. What helped me to cope with this loneliness is that I made sure that I had friends from my class or nursing in general. And this was practical because we had the same schedule, we have the same activities to do, we had the same classes, our routine was almost the same. So it was easier to catch up with them, later, maybe after school hours. It will be fun and easier for every one of us because we will help one another with the assignments, with revision. I know at times it may feel like you're missing out on something, you're not even experiencing life apart from being in class or being in nursing school. As I said earlier, it's all about time management, and if you struggled with that, here's a video to help you do that. The third important thing that you should know about nursing school is that we have the clinical rotations. These are helpful because they boost the grade. They help you gain an experience of being in a hospital and working with real patients and not just dummies in the lab. Clinicals saved me a lot. There are times that I felt there are many things that I needed to catch up on, and when I was getting ready for the end of semester exam, it was difficult for me to go through every textbook, every notes that I had written. Having participated in the clinical rotations, I was able to use it as a form of revision. There was this time that I was getting ready to do the end of semester exam, and I felt that I wasn't ready enough to do that paper. I didn't have that confidence. But when I got to the exam room, and I saw, there's the multiple choice questions, the short answer questions, and the long answer questions. So most of the time, the long answer questions will be for you to explain a procedure or management of a disease. When I got to answer that question, I felt like, I really don't know the answer to this. But I remembered I had done this procedure, or I had seen someone do this procedure. I was like, I can answer this question. Yeah, of course it wasn't 100% right, but at least it gave me some marks. The clinical experience gave me an idea of what to write in the paper. My advice to you is that pay attention on the clinical rotations. You never know when it will save you. It did for me, and from that day, I paid attention on my clinicals. I didn't just go there to have fun and experience life. When you are at your clinical rotations, pay attention to the terminology or the jargon used in the hospitals. You don't want to be left behind when a report is being given or you're in the ward rounds and then someone asks you questions and you're like, I don't know what that is. It's embarrassing. It will also help you to communicate among yourselves and even with the nursing staff in the hospitals. The other also important thing that you should know about nursing school is that anatomy and physiology is the heart of nursing. You can't do anything without knowing anatomy and physiology. You can't manage your patient. You can't know the clinical symptoms of a disease without knowing the anatomy and physiology, which is the normal. What I'm trying to say is that everything circles around anatomy and physiology. When I was joining in my second year, I had already done anatomy and physiology. I was like, yes, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to find anatomy and physiology in my next 3 years. But alas, shock of my life, I had to learn anatomy and physiology all over again so that I can be able to catch up on things like pathophysiology. Thank God there was a lecturer, Dr. Pamela, and she helped me realize that anatomy and physiology is important, and it made my life easier. I was invincible. Having realized the importance of being familiar with anatomy and physiology, I was actually able to revise smoothly for my nursing council examination. Maybe in my next video, I'll do how you can prepare for that, for your nursing council exam. When I joined nursing school, I thought it would be like high school, you know, get in class, then the lecturer comes, dictate notes for you, and that's the end of it all. You just go back to your notes when you're trying to revise for your exam. But no, that's not the case. You should get comfortable learning from other sources. That means textbooks that are in the library, YouTube videos, or any other website that might be helpful. The content that we learn in nursing school is wide. If the lecturer came and took time and went one by one until we're done with the syllabus, nursing school would have taken us 5 to 6 years. I kid you not. There are just some things that the lecturer will leave for you to do on your own. You know, you can't be spoon-fed. You're an adult. Take advantage of the internet. I know schools provide free Wi-Fi. Go look for some YouTube videos, and I recommend watching Registered Nurse RN. She has videos on everything that you might be looking for on the internet, mostly YouTube. She makes everything look easier. You can watch one of her videos and you're just ready to do end of semester exam. Yeah. But don't do that. Read extensively, and for sure you'll get a good grade out of that. Pinterest is also a good source of information. You'll find mnemonics, fun formulas in there, and it's just a way to make learning fun. At times the lecturer will come with a course outline that has outlined all the topics that you'll cover for the semester. There's some part that has a list of books that he or she recommends for you to use during that coursework. You better start using them. And if you don't know which books are good for you to use, you can ask me and I'll be happy to guide you and help you. I can also tell you where to find those textbooks for free. I know they're expensive, so make use of me. I know by now you've already joined the dots to know that nursing school is stressful. It has its moments, you know, where everything is calm, you don't have so much stress, but most of the time it's going to be stressful. I'm going to be honest with you. I have cried myself to sleep. There's a time I slept for 12 hours straight. I had not eaten, had not done anything. Having woken up from that 12-hour sleep, there's nothing that had changed. I was still in nursing school. I was still feeling stressed. I felt like I would drop out. Just understand that there are those moments that you feel like you want to give up, you don't want any more of that. I have stress eaten a lot, like a lot. There was this one time someone commented on my appearance and I had started getting plump and all. And they said to me, how can you be adding on weight and you're in nursing school? Because I'm stress eating, Mr. Sir. Stress eating. Jeez, don't worry, you'll struggle. There'll be the ups and downs, but it will be worth it at the end of it all. When you're at a point that you feel like giving up, you're exhausted, you're overwhelmed with everything that is going on, don't be afraid to take a break. Take a day off, go and relax. Talk to someone, your friend or any other person that you feel like they'll understand you. At the end of the day, you don't want to associate nursing with negative thoughts, with negative feelings. You don't want to hear someone mention nursing and the first thing you think about stress and depression and sadness and loneliness. No, take a break, go pamper yourself, go do the longest skincare routine, go for swimming, go have a drink. It will do no one any good if you associate nursing with negativity, because it will be dangerous for your patient. That's the most important thing. Lawsuits will be following you up and down everywhere, and it will also be important for you. You don't want to be waking up every day and you dread going back to work. That's it for today's video. I hope you learned something, and I hope now you have an idea of what nursing school is all about. Thank you so much for watching. I post every Sunday, so subscribe, turn on those notifications so that you don't miss out on anything. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and see you next time. Bye.